I feel so guilty. You were networking so well in our gardens, and then I interrupted you. And I also feel very grateful to see Sue again and the whole CSIA gang. It's great to have all of you here in the gardens. Almost immediately when I took this job about 2.5 years ago, I called up Sue and I said, we have a computer system that has a crank start, and we have a website that is just not even interesting, and we have a ways to go with technology. If I invite a whole bunch of you to a really cool concert right over here in our amphitheater, and I forgot who it was that night.
Who cares?
But it was a big headliner star. And I said, if I invite a bunch of you over here, can I do a pitch to some of your members about helping out the gardens? She said, you bet. So we had a gathering and a really nice crowd, 15 or 20 people under this tent, as a matter of fact. And I said, here's our wish list. We wish for computers that work, and we would like to not, I don't even know what we were using as our search engine before and our email server, but it was not Outlook, and it was just really antiquated. Well, all of a sudden people started stepping up, and before you know it, we had a 41-person tech team at the gardens, volunteers, and they have absolutely revolutionized how we're doing business here. They took a website that was not state-of-the-art and made it best of class. Go to botanicgardens.org and take a look at it. It's absolutely sensational. A company named Bridgeline, as part of the tech team, did that for us. We made the entire garden's Wi-Fi. We have people now hanging out in the middle of the Japanese garden, and they pretend like they're working. It's great. And, so we're doing everything possible to recruit the downtown business world here to help them balance out their lives. We have a globe inside the main building that is an HD internally projected globe built by a Colorado company that enables you to see everything from the surface of Mars to continental drift over 600 million years. You can even do real-time weather within 2 hours using satellite imagery on this globe. So take a look. It may be turned off, but could somebody turn it on for you with security? It is really an astonishing piece of technology. We have all kinds of different plans. Everything has been upgraded. Everything's moving faster and better. Now we're in the process of having touch screens throughout the gardens. We have a big LCD bank in our new visitor center that tells people what the temperature is and the weather forecast and our hours and where to go. And very soon we'll have touch screens that not only will give you great wayfinding, but also will be able to do plant identification. We have a database called BG Base, and so in this garden, for example, you would have a small kiosk, and it would show you the different kinds. It'd say flowers and it'd say vegetables, and you would click on vegetables and you'd say, I want to look at the Swiss chard, and it would give you all the background of the Swiss chard. And then if you really like the data, you could just hit a button and email it to yourself at home. We really think that that's one of the major reasons people come here, is they want to learn more about these beautiful plants and harbor the misconception that they can actually grow them at home. I try, but everything's a little bit smaller. Our horticultural staff is just astonishing. So we do that. We send the information back to them, and down the road our vision is that we would connect with all the green industry partners that we have, and we would find, okay, who's selling Swiss chard in that zip code area. So I type in my zip code and it says, go to Arapahoe Acres and they have Swiss chard. And it'll print out even a map for you. All that, as you all know, is very simple technology. But what the tech team has done and what CSIA has done is they brought a tech background and experience to us and given us a new framework of making the customer experience, the visitor experience, absolutely sensational beyond what people are familiar with. These beautiful plants are our primary job. They are our museum collections. We're actually an accredited museum, where these are precious. But beyond that, the visitor has a relationship with those plants. And I guess the last thing I'll leave you with, and then drink away, have fun tonight, is I was just walking around the Japanese garden, and then we've got a montane garden, and next to that we have an alpine garden. We're a very compacted urban garden at this site. We have 3 sites. The others have 750 acres and 100 acres on top of a mountain. But this one has over 50 individual gardens packed into 23 acres. And because of that, people can have any kind of experience they want in a short distance. When you walk into the Japanese garden, it is the most designed garden in this entire place. It's one of the most intentional manipulations of nature you can possibly imagine. But it elicits a very profound sense of well-being and serenity. It has a purpose, it delivers it with strong intent, and it creates a relationship with the viewer. We want every aspect of walking through these gardens to create a relationship. And as you know, there's a whole generation that without technology are incapable of barely rising in the morning. And it's important for us to balance things out. We want them to touch and feel and smell and taste nature. We want them to understand plants and their role in the natural world. But we know that the entree for many of them is actually through technology. So much like the Japanese garden from centuries ago that we emulate here, we're trying to take a new way of focusing a language using technology to reconnect people to the natural world. So that's what we're all about. We are so thrilled for our partnership with CSIA, and we're even more thrilled that all of you are here tonight. I hope you have a great time.
Thank you.